Hello, I'm Ramon, one of the sewing experts from Grotsbeckert. I'm delighted to be back to give you another insight into the world of sewing machine needles. In this video, I will show you why it is important to match the size of the thread you're using to the size of the needle you are sewing with. And I will share with you a simple and practical test to check if the needle and thread size are in the optimal ratio. To prevent problems in the sewing process, it is important to match the size of the sewing thread to the size of the needle, especially the size of the needle eye. The needle eye is correlated to the size of the needle and therefore should be optimally matched to the sewing thread. So let's simulate two different situations. In the first one, you can see a needle model with a thread that is too thick. So as a result, the thread cannot glide smoothly through the needle eye and may get stuck. In this case, you may face problems like thread splicing, thread breakage, or even skipped stitches. In the second simulation, the needle and thread size are in an optimum ratio. The thread slides freely and unhindered through the needle eye and forms a perfect loop. Skipped stitches and thread breakages are avoided. The direct comparison of the two simulations show the difference and why it is essential to ensure that the thread size matches the size of the needle as closely as possible. Especially a thread that is too thick can cause problems in the sewing process, whereas a thread that is too thin is usually not a problem. But how can you ensure that the thread size matches the needle size? Well, there is a very simple but effective test that we recommend. Take the sewing thread and pass it through the needle eye. Hold the thread at both ends and swing the needle around its own axis several times in a circular motion. Then stretch the thread vertically between your hands. If the needle gets stuck and won't slide down, the thread is too thick. You should use a thinner thread. But if the needle glides smoothly down the thread, as you can see now, there is an indication that the thread and the needle size are a good match. So if we compare these two results directly, we can clearly see a difference. If the needle gets stuck, as you can see on the left, the thread is too thick. If the needle glides smoothly down the thread, as you can see on the right, the selected thread size is fine. Please note that this test is only a rough guide. If you are still not sure which thread size to use, you can also consider the recommendations of the thread manufacturers. We hope that this information will help you find the perfect match between the needle and the thread size in the future. For further tips and recommendations, please follow our YouTube channel or visit our customer portal. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes of our video series to further expand your sewing knowledge.